On beam in qualification, Simone Biles produced a score of 14.566 to 13.8 of Rebeca Andrade. Does well to hold that.
She does. However, her difficulty score is going to be impacted because normally she combines those four elements: the switch leap onto the balance beam, then the switch half, and then a back pike. And she actually improvised quite well, repeating the switch leap, and so perhaps she has saved herself quite a lot. Wonderful backhand spring to two layout step out series. Something Simone Biles has had to think about in this competition, particularly in the team final, that she's not really had to for the last several years, is the numbers that she needs in order to retain a lead or in order to win. She said on floor exercise in the team final, before she went up, she wanted to know the number she needed.
There was a small issue at the start of the routine, but then that rotation number 3 is the vital one. Onina Champong, 14th place at the halfway stage of the competition. And she scored 14.3 for this vault in the preliminary round, her double twisting Yurchenko.
Normally this is excellent.
And it is in this final too. It's graceful and stylish as ever from a thrilled looking Onina Champong.
Just a slight crossing of her ankles.
In 4th position at the halfway stage, the hugely impressive Kaylia Nemour. Now, there's no question we've seen her on her 2 highest scoring pieces at this stage of her career. She's only 16 after all. But what we have seen is very impressive. She won the African all-around championship along with a bronze for the Algerian team in Pretoria in South Africa in May. Kaylia Nemour. One can barely believe that she is a World Championship debutant, Blow.
What a stunning performance she has had. There's plenty of difficulty in this exercise, tumbling-wise. This is her second pass, an Arabian double front. Quite secure on the landing.
14.433. Simone Biles, 14.133. Onina Champong. Paulina Schaefer-Betz, unfortunately in 24th position after the problems that she had on floor, but fortunately okay after the problems that she had on floor. She now goes to vault.
She opts for a simple vault handspring front tuck half. Runner when she hit the table. It's a nice looking vault, but it's not particularly difficult.
Yeo Seo from the Republic of Korea, the 20-year-old Olympian from Seoul. She was almost in the top 20 at the Olympic Games.
It is a workmanlike Yurchenko.
But Yeo Seo-jeong was an international gymnast in the 1990s. Her brother Lee Jang-won competed at international level as well, so really steeped in gymnastics heritage, the Yi family. 12.733. It is down by around 3/4 of a mark from the qualification performance. Kaylia Nemour, 12.7. That is exactly the same as she scored in qualification. She's currently second in the all-around standings, but some big performances still to come. Naomi Visser of the Netherlands, 11th at the halfway stage of the competition. Now she goes to floor. Twenty-two-year-old Naomi Visser from Papendrecht in the south of Holland, or the South Holland province, I should say. 5th on floor at the last World Championships.
And she's come here with an upgraded second tumbling pass, added to her first tumbling pass, which always stuns everybody. And then, to cap it off, she does a double tuck right at the end to a stuck landing. Well done.
12.733 with a 3.8 difficulty vault, so lower than was indicated, as you observed, Blythe.
She flashed a 4.6 difficulty, and in the team qualification, she did the same vault but laid out.
Over on balance beam, Flavia Saraiva, gymnast who scored 13.4 in qualification.
And this can be such a wonderful apparatus for her.
She's been a Pan-American champion on the beam. She won the silver medal at the Youth Olympic Games in 2014.
This is something of a remixed routine from what she's shown in other years, but this has remained part of it. Back handspring layout, step out. Often when she feels like it, she adds a second layout step out, making the combination that much harder. And the way that she does a switch ring leap, the position that she gets, one of the very best in the world. She capitalizes on it with a ring jump as well.
I think it's safe to say that she's a gymnast who is admired for her heart and her fight as much as for her style.
Globally so.
Flavia Saraiva of Brazil, team medalist. How wonderful it is to say that, the first South American nation ever to win a team medal at the World Championships of Artistic Gymnastics. Brilliant.
What an accomplishment. Here's her acrobatic sequence. Back handspring layout. And one of the highlights of the routine was the dismount, stuck double pike.
14.033 is the reward. It's an improvement of about 3/4 of a mark from qualifying. 13.533, Naomi Visser, down by in 23rd place after the halfway stage. Godwin of Australia. She won the Commonwealth Games title on vault in Birmingham last year.
She actually has two strong vaults to choose from here. She's going with the one she often competes second, the Sugahara, with 1.5 twists. Well landed.
Brazil's Rebeca Andrade, second place, coming into rotation number 3. Very close to Simone Biles. How close can she remain? She scored 13.8 in qualifying.
And Biles posted 14.433, throwing down the proverbial gauntlet for Andrade in this exercise. Apart from one small wobble on a leap about 15 seconds ago, however, Andrade looks very aggressive. She's through her back handspring layout, her switch ring, her side aerial. The dismount is coming. She too has 2 to choose from. In training, she did 1 full twisting double tuck. This is going to be just a double pike.
Brazil's Rebeca Andrade working extremely impressively on balance beam, as she tends to do in major competitions, because whenever there is a medal to be fought for, she will fight for it. Godwin, 13.6. Alice D'Amato, the next gymnast to vault. She scored 14 in qualification. Double twisting Yurchenko.
Oh, very well landed.
Morgan Osyssek on floor. She scored 13.433 in qualifying. Morgane Osyssek may not be the gymnast who grabs the headlines in the French team after the conclusion of the team final, but her contribution has been outstanding. She must have her own chapter when this story is retold. Right at the start, her chance of being in the all-around final seemed to have come to an end. However, she's in for Jessica Gadirova, and she's a European champion on this apparatus.
On occasion, she has definitely had problems with her mount sequence. She opts not to try to connect the switch leap to the front aerial today. This sequence can be just wonderful. Side aerial, back layout, back layout.
It's pretty wonderful today.
Yes, it is.
On the subject of gymnasts, for we were talking about Morgane Osyssek earlier, who have contributed enormous amounts to the team. What Alice Kinsella has done as not just an on-the-competition floor performer for the British team, but what she has done as a leader figure for them cannot be overestimated.
No, it certainly cannot be. Every year at the World Championships, she has gotten better and better.
Alice Kinsella in this all-around final and through just about on beam. Morgane Osyssek, 13.133 for the French gymnast. So extraordinary, that team bronze medal the French won. Alice Kinsella, 13.433 for her on beam. That is an improvement quite substantially of 1.3 marks from qualification. In this battle for the ages between Simone Biles and Rebeca Andrade, there is a third factor in the equation that is extremely significant and wanting to impose her own narrative. Quite right too. Shilese Jones now takes to the beam, having had a very fine competition so far.
Lovely mount combination. Switch leap onto the beam, combined with a This is great too. Standing Arabian front. And she'll do 3 elements in this flight series. Back handspring to 2 feet, and a layout to 2 feet.
The gap between her and Rebeca Andrade was less than a few tenths coming into this rotation. It will be fascinating to see where the numbers fall at the conclusion, because it might look a little different.
If she can keep this going, she is in for a very good score. Side aerial, terrific. So far, she has not wavered at all. Her dismount is complicated. 2 back handsprings to double pike.
To think that she contemplated retirement when she did not get into the last Olympic team. To think we almost missed out on this. What a resurgence in her career.
It has been. It's been the most brilliant 2 years for Shilese Jones. And it continues.
Eythora Thorsdottir on the uneven bars. 25-year-old gymnast from Rotterdam.
And you speak about Alice Kinsella and what she has brought to the British team. Well, Eythora Thorsdottir in the Netherlands has been one of a core group of Dutch gymnasts that have lifted them to heights that they had never been to before.
She's performing well in this all-around final. 7th place at the halfway stage of the competition. Thorsdottir, the 24th best performer in qualification. Her 9th place in the all-around competition at the Olympic Games in Rio was a real watershed moment for Dutch gymnastics. Her score here is 13.43. Qiu Qiyuan on floor. Her score in qualification was 12.833. From the People's Republic of China, 16-year-old Qiu Qiyuan. Gymnast who was 5th at the conclusion of the second rotation. She's having a very good campaign. One of the least experienced in the entire field. Her score, 13.166. She's in 4th place, up from qualification.